Each year, marbles from around the world travel to Idaho to try their luck at the Racing Marble League. But 4 tryout events stand between them and a spot in the Championship League. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and this year there are only 2 open spots for the Championship League, so competition will be higher than ever as we get things going here at Momentum Alley Raceway. There will be 3 heats of marbles today, 13, 13, and 14 respectively. You can see the first heat of 13 is already in the blocks, and the lights are turning on as we get rolling. As we jump right into it here, Captain Comic, actually, marble I've never heard of so far in the Racing Marble League tournaments. Getting off to a fast start, followed by Blue Creeper, and then Spectacular. We certainly know him, tailing right behind. 40 total marbles this year, and to battle for 2 spots, well, that gives you about a 1 in 20 chance of making it. There'll be 4 tryout events, each of them trying to focus on a different skill. Tracks, of course, trying to be a little bit shorter than your average championship tracks. You can see here this track is a little bit shorter, a little slower as well. You have that wide open space there where the starting gate was, and you also have an elevator this time right here after the banked hairpin. Usually the marble booster is the vertical momentum of choice, but the elevator was chosen today. I guess fits with the course. I personally think it goes well with the course and the vibe of lower speed but high control demand. Marble booster, marbles might get a little too crazy coming out of there, and how are they going to focus on the turns ahead if they have those top speeds? Into lap 2 here, and Spectacular and Argent have jumped into those top 3 spots. Times from each tryout will be added together, and the lowest time overall from all 4 added together will be the winner of this tryout. And of course, second place will also advance. So it's about consistency in this one. Can't be fast in one race and slow in the next 3. No, it's got to all happen right here every single time. No matter who you put up against, you need to be fast. Blue Creeper slowing to a crawl right there. Spectacular almost gets around. He'll take the middle line here, the Muller corner, ooh, and a little collision, but still he's held off. Now they're even up the elevator, and that's the tough part about the elevator. Sometimes it's the great equalizer. It can take marbles who are staggered a few inches and bring them all together on the same rung, and that's what happened there. And Spectacular has a healthy lead now because of it, as he rolls many lengths down into the curve here towards the Muller corner. And he's also slowed to a crawl, and that lets Blue Creeper get all the momentum back. Man, what is going on there on that top line? Very slow line, especially if you have not approached correctly. Bobbles a little there in the elevator, accidental genius, but still ample time to catch up with Spectacular, who, with the amount of speed loss I'm seeing, I don't know how he still holds first place. But again, this course is not meant for speed. It's meant for control. It's meant for agility. And you're seeing that come into play here. Stats on the course, we have an escalator, as you can see. If you want to call it an elevator, up to you. You have 8 standard corners, 3 banked corners, 2 Muller corners, my personal favorite, and a hairpin corner as well. There's a single line start, which is not something we see often at races and Racing Marble League. We usually see that staggered start back to front, 2 marbles next to each other, but they put them all on a line this time, which kind of equalizes, but also can add some trouble to the marbles there on the outside of the straight start. But either way, it's about as fair as the staggered start. Now we're into lap 7 here in this first tryout race, and things are looking good for a Blue Creeper, who's starting to stretch out a big lead. Spectacular couldn't really hold on with his slow maneuvering, and he has trouble even staying in front of Blue Falcon, followed there by Accidental Genius, who bounds off the wall and comes down through the flippers there. And it will be Blue Creeper still holding that lead, but losing a lot of ground there as we turn through the Muller corner and into the banked hairpin. And Blue Falcon's right on his tail, and the elevator equalizes them, and Blue Falcon, he's going to come out much further back than he was before. Now he's back into 4th place. Blue Creeper managed to stay in front there as they all kind of rattled around there like ball pit balls, honestly. Ball pit balls in those wind tunnels. That's what it reminded me of, honestly. That was very odd to see. And all the marbles kind of change places right there. This is the final lap here, and I think Blue Creeper is going to finish this one out pretty strong. Spectacular coming in right behind. And there we go, Accidental Genius, Blue Falcon, Azure, and Arjun to round out that top 6. And then honestly, all the other marbles, they're not even on the screen yet. Maybe we'll get a look here. Few more coming in. Thunderbird, Bluey, Obvious, Captain Comic. Marbles I have not seen before here at the Racing Marble League, and who need to pick it up while they have the chance. There's more tryouts to go, but not a good start for the likes of Red Ice and Blade. It's all about time, though. So I'd say anyone here in the top 7, and especially the top 6 based on finish relativity, I think they do have a strong chance to still keep it close. Look at that, only 7 seconds between Arjun and the top. That's room to improve in the next tryouts. Remember, though, only 2 spots available. Momentum Alley, Heat 2. And the lights are all on. Heat B, sorry. They want to go by letters instead of numbers. Well, that's fine with me. Heat B works for me. Lights are on. We are rolling, and Gold Rush rushing right out to an early lead. Around the hairpin he goes, and smooth into the elevator. Nice. And we have Glory. Remember Glory from last season. Not one of the better performing marbles, but maybe she's put a lot of work in. The off season is going to come back with a Fury today. Speaking of Fury, I don't know if I've seen Fury yet in the heats. Maybe in the next one, or maybe he took this year off to get better. Oh, look at that. Rainbow Racer passing like 5 marbles there, and he runs up to 2nd place and loses all speed on that top line. That almost hairpin, if you want to call it. The degrees is just a bit shy, but that's been a speed dock for most of the marbles. And Rainbow Racer comes out way in front of Gold Rush and starts to build a lead here from the ground up. And he started out pretty far back in the pack and just slowly worked his way over the last couple laps to the top. Gold Rush coming fast, inside line, nudge from behind, but nothing there. And Flashfire also loses out behind Gold Rush, and he's slowed down. Oh, Deuce does put on a great block on Spotter there. Did you guys see that at the top? Flashfire, good work. And Gold Rush now losing out down to 3rd place. Rainbow Racer, well, I haven't heard of him either, but he might put on the first lap here, as there's a marble in 12th place. Golden Hawk, 13th place, sorry. Golden Hawk kind of rumbling down there, and Rainbow Racer is gaining quickly. Ooh, loses some speed there on the curve. Here comes Gold Rush around the outside line. Inside, oh, can't pull around, but he gets split apart by Flashfire, who takes 2nd place. And Rainbow Racer is going to come away from that pretty clean. Gold Rush Ember back there in 4th place. Glory's now dropped to 5th. And that was really the story of her racing last time. Had trouble staying in the lead, staying in that top 3 spots when she had the chance. And you're seeing it this time. Gold Rush there pushing on the inside, outside, but blocked at every point by Ember. Now it's a bunch of marbles, and Glory's back to 3rd place. I'll take the inside line. He flips to the outside. Glory gets around for 2nd place. And Rainbow Racer, really not a part of that chaos at all, but a real shift of marbles. Now Gold Rush down to 6th place. We see a look from Heathen in the top 5. Glory and Ember sitting in 2 and 3. And things continue to shift around as Rainbow Racer continues his morning cruise. Ooh, look at that. Golden Hawk there in the back. Number 13 slowing down. He actually might get lapped here. And he's just having trouble picking up speed around the turns. And you can see he's leaning to the side there. Rainbow Racer's right on top of him. This might be a lap. First lap of the season, and here we go. Golden Hawk goes down to Rainbow Racer. Glory might even add to the fun here and get around on the outside, inside. Yes, no. Golden Hawk actually fended her off quite well there. Expert defensive driving, but a little more speed would do him good. Ember coming up behind Glory here might add to the mess of marbles. Glory loses almost all speed. Golden Hawk, again, defensively very good. And he grabs inside line and through the hairpin still manages to hold the lead on Glory, who, wow, in the elevator's like, well, enough of that. And Golden Hawk's now going to be lapped by 2, 3 marbles now. Might even be 4 after we get a good look at him again here coming through the hairpin. But no, he holds his ground. Will he drop right through? Yes, he will, but he's lapped by 4. And now 5. And I think Gold Rush wants to get in on the action, at least to show that he can lap the slowest marble in the field. Well, while he's doing that, back to Rainbow Racer, Glory, and Ember. Still working to catch up here. Both of these marbles looking pretty fast as well. I think Rainbow Racer just really got off to a good start and really provided the clearance needed to avoid a lot of collisions. And that's where Glory and Ember are stuck right now. They can't get away from each other. Heathen also adding to the mix, wanting to pull them back towards the middle. And Ember's going to get around Glory here. This is the time to do it. Last lap as we head towards the finish line. Rainbow Racer, I think, is in the clear to get first here. Ember trying to hold on to the end. He probably will. There we go. Glory getting around. Oh! And she will still hold third place. Green Elizabeth out of nowhere, jumping to fourth place. Heathen in fifth. Unfortunately, Gold Rush in seventh, who had the lead from the beginning for a while, and I was hoping to see a good finish. Flashfire as well, also pretty low. And it goes down to the bottom. We go, ooh, Dragon Egg in there. I don't know if that's the Dragon Egg, but probably not. But maybe the namesake. And right now, he's sitting in 10th. Golden Hawk. Any finish from him anytime soon? Golden Hawk. I don't know. He might be stuck. And there he comes. Overlapped. Lapped many times. I actually would have to get a number on that because we kind of missed out on seeing the rest of that race. But looked like he was lapped by about 6 or 7 marbles. Rainbow Racer, Ember, Glory, they're your top 3. And those are the ones to look out for. Time of Rainbow Racer not better than the time of the top from the previous heat, which I believe was held by Blue Creeper. But still a strong time is going to put him in good position for the coming tryout races. Heat C, here we go. They roll out. They are fast, minty, hybrid. Make Swift now up into first place. Luminous MC, we know him. We know him very well. And he's going to dive on the inside line, will slip away, and he's down to third place already, trying to work around Guara, who, puts a nice nudge from the back on Make Swift. And Make Swift is like, that's exactly what I would need right now. Look at that. 3 lengths ahead now, track lengths, 4 even, and Make Swift might have a nice healthy lead to work with. Oh, rattles through the bottom of that wide piece. I don't really know what to call it yet. Kind of looks like the bottom of a pinball set, but without the flippers. That's what I was saying before. But I mentioned flippers that weren't there. But it kind of has that shape to it, so I'm just stuck on that right now. Pinball shape, pinball, whatever. Whatever you want to call it, Make Swift kind of had trouble there last time. Predator, coming up right on the near side there. And we know Predator too, so this is a race I'm expecting to see Predator and Luminous MC, Raging Relic, even if he can get up in there in the top 6 by the end. And the likes of Zigzag Zap may not really get up into the top places. I mean, with a name like that, I kind of would hope he would. That would be a fun name to keep saying over and over. Imagine that. Crimson Lady, Zigzag Zap. I don't know how people would feel about that, but I personally would enjoy the dichotomy. Make Swift. Make Swift still pulling through the pinball piece. I don't know what to call it. We're calling it a pinball piece. It's what it looks like to me, and that's what I'm going to have to go with. Predator right on his tail, coming inside here, and he flips away again, and just slow. Not enough speed to even make that an exciting motion, as he cannot catch up to Make Swift, and now he's slow, really out of the elevator. Petunia, Limeline, and he looks from them behind. I think that's Limeline there, who's right behind, I think he dropped behind Sapphire Saturn right there, and he couldn't seem to get around. But Make Swift, I think, coming up on Zigzag Zap, who we might have another lapped situation. Zigzag Zap, 13th place. Can he do anything about it? No, he cannot. Zigzag Zap is about to get lapped here. Oh, no, he comes out strong. What is that look from Petunia, who just jumps 3 marbles to get around? Now she's dropped back for a second. Now she gets around, and that's the first lap. They should give an extra point for the first marble to lap a last place marble. But otherwise, I think Limeline came out of the pack strong there. He's up into first place. Make Swift also now back into second, and there's what you want to stay. I personally like Make Swift's style of racing. Very methodical, very focused, not really trying to, use other marbles that much to make the motion happen. He's just trying to race. And drops back behind Predator there. That was kind of expected, though. Predator should be very strong in this tryout. And it's looking good for him so far anyways. But Make Swift back up towards first place. Oh, he couldn't get around that turn fast enough. He had a look at Limelight there, and I thought there was going to be a very impressive inside pass, but no, he didn't have the chance. Limelight now coming out with a healthy lead, and at the right time, 2 laps to go, as the time ticks up towards 4 minutes. Remember, some of the best times we saw, I think were 4:35, and I think 4:34 was in there from Blue Creeper. You'll have to check me on that. But otherwise, we were around the low 4:30s. So if Limelight can push out this last lap here, he might even be able to finish with the best time overall today. We will see. Swirly now pushing up to second place, really out of nowhere. Another marble I haven't heard much about, but, well, that's all about the tryouts, isn't it? So these marbles are here to make a new story, to put stats on the board that we've never seen before, and put a name to a face as we create lore here at the Racing Marble League. Limelight working on creating some interesting lore right here. Comes on the inside line for both Muller corners, whips around the hairpin, and he will cross with a 4:29.26. And that is right under Blue Creeper. Best time of the day. Spectacular right behind with 4:31, as I was talking about before. And we'll get Swirly, Predator, Make Swift in there. Good to see Predator up in the top 3. Petunia dropping down. Swirl Away, Raging, Relic. Unfortunately, Make Swift a lot lower than I expected. Catnip, Guara, Sapphire, Saturn, and Luminous MC. Disappointing 11th place, but sometimes that's the way it ends up. Minty Hybrid. And I think last but not least, the marble that was lapped a few times. Zigzag Zap. Dare I say it. Is he anywhere? Is he anywhere here on the playing field? I don't know. Somewhere. He's going to make it around. I have faith. How many times was he lapped? Wow, I've seen like every marble like twice at this point. There. Nothing. Absolutely nothing from Zigzag Zap. But we're just going to sit here and wait. I think there he is. Leaning on the inside line there. There's Zigzag Zap, as that will come to a close here. Limelight, Blue Creeper, spectacular, coming out strong. Also good looks from Swirly, Predator, Make Swift. Still in it. Any marble under 4:43, I'd say, would still be a pretty good contender. Obviously, marbles above that still have a chance, but we'll have to see. We have 4 heats here. Heat D coming up here, and this will close it out for today. Thought it was only 3, but it's actually 4 heats. So that's 13, 13, 13, and 14, making for a solid 52 marbles. I said 40 there at the top of the intro, but it's actually 52. And that's going to provide an interesting difference here. 52 marbles is a lot for there only to be 2 spots open in the championship league. So if you thought the competition was going to be tough before, when I opened this beautiful video, well, now you know it's going to be even wilder. So thin that really, at this point, I might even say only marbles who really finish this tryout in the top 5 might even be very prevalent contenders come later tryouts, unless things really flip on their head. This new set of marbles, though, let's see if we can see any marbles we recognize. Volcano? No, I don't think so. Turbo Turtle, we definitely know. But that might be it. Sonic Boom, Zebra. Is that how I'm going to say it every time? Zebra? I don't know if we've really seen them in previous events. Mocha, we know Mocha. So Mocha and, Mocha's pulling up in 14th, which is really only a distinction one marble can have in this whole video, as most heats only have 13th. So get out of 14th if you can there, Mocha. But we also have Turbo Turtle in there as well, who's trying to climb his way towards the top. But we get a look at some rookies here. Sea Falcon, beautiful name. Zebra, who's pulling up there. White and black striped marble, as you'd guess. Volcano also erupting into 3rd place. There's a very obvious use of word there. But he'll come on the inside line here. Ooh, flips away as you get a nudge from Sonic Boom. He's going to get around. And Sonic Boom, actually, that's a beautiful marble as well. Just a mix of colors, reds and blues and purples. Just really gets that feeling of explosion going. Well, Sea Falcon, well, he's going to pull through that pinball piece nice and strong. And he's got so much room to work with here. I'm not sure really if any marble's going to be able to catch up because we're already about halfway through and Sea Falcon's holding a strong lead. But always as I say that, the gap closes tremendously and there comes Zebra coming up the elevator, who is flipped up there a couple legs by Sonic Boom. Did you see that? He was just nudged and the elevator kind of tossed him up a couple rungs. That was amazing. And look at the gap close, just as I was speculating on the easy victory for Sea Falcon. Well, there it closes, and Sonic Boom is now making a run for it. Here he comes outside, and he's not even that slow through that hairpin piece, that almost hairpin. And he will get around, nudge from behind, can't grab it. Oh, but Sea Falcon slow through the elevator. And the Sonic Boom marble is actually going to come out strong and in the lead in lap 6. We're at about 3 minutes. Can anyone best Limelight here today? Who I thought really closed the door well on this tryout had I not forgot that there was D amount of heats. But no matter. Sea Falcon back into first place. Sonic Boom, through that little monologue I had, actually dropped back to second, but still has a chance here. So lap 7, oh my god, look at all the rattling there at the bottom of the elevator. Certainly adds a completely new component, and now Volcano is back into it just because of that lost motion there. And Sea Falcon's game once again. Things changed tremendously at that elevator. Here comes Sonic Boom, fast down the corners, trying to close that gap. Volcano also closing the gap as well. Zebra dropping back even further. Turbo Turtle, good to see him up there in the top 4. And that's where he kind of should be, especially since he already has experience. We're into lap 8. It's Volcano looking through second place. Sonic Boom down to 4th. And wow, what a chaotic race this has been. Volcano nudging up on Sea Falcon, couldn't get around. Now he has a chance here through the hairpin. Goes inside. Sea Falcon's got speed. Ooh, he slows down into the pinball piece. And Volcano will rattle down the bottom of the legs there. And Turbo Turtle's going to try to push through and grab second. I don't know if first place is in the question anymore. Turbo Turtle, he can't get through Volcano, who is a massive rock in his way. But Turbo Turtle around the hairpin uses finesse, and he's got second place, and that's where he needs to be right now. Sea Falcon, 4:27.52. You can't do better than that. Better than Limelight, better than Blue Creeper. That pushes Spectacular off the top 3 right now. And keep an eye in that top 3 because that's going to be important later on. And that will do it for today's heats, encapsulating 52 total marbles. And at the top 3, Sea Falcon, Turbo Turtle, and Volcano here for Heat D. Also in it. Mocha, man, 452. I don't know what to tell you. What a comeback story that would be if he could somehow best the next 3 tryouts. And we'll get a look at the overall. Sea Falcon, Limelight, Blue Creeper, Turbo Turtle, Spectacular, Volcano, Sonic Boom, and Buddy Pair. Well, I don't think I mentioned before. I think he must have slipped in there at the end of one of the heats. Swirly Accidental Genius and Blue Falcon to round out the top 11. Almost rounded out the top 10, but wanted to definitely mention Blue Falcon, who was very fast in that first heat and definitely worth mentioning. That will do it for today here at the Racing Marble League. And tryout 2 coming up in a week. Definitely tune in as we build towards the Championship League here in 2022.